record, and I think it's recording.
Okay. Hey, my name is Jimmy Snyder. I am a citizen of the Kickapoo tribe in Kansas. I'm a Sapsik'gsmåwá graduate. I went through the GYO Teach 08 and 09. Got a master's degree in education, social studies teacher. So I have my my license in middle secondary social studies, and I'm just going to share a bit of my educational history and story. And I have these guiding questions here I might refer to. The first one's what inspired me to become an educator. I think if I'm being really honest, I wasn't inspired necessarily to be an educator. I was so much of my early life, I wasn't a good student. I didn't feel like I belonged in school. I struggled K through 12, but where I didn't struggle was in athletics. And I wouldn't necessarily refer to myself as like the stereotypical dumb jock necessarily. I just was like a lot of our native students. I found a place where I felt comfortable, and it happened to be in athletics. And I know that formed my approach to higher education. My goal was to be a high school teacher and a high school football coach. That was my early goal. And that kept me in school. Went to a tribal college and out of high school. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged in school. The tribal college did wonders for my confidence. And I had a better grade point average and everything. But I also struggled. I'm first generation. I have three brothers and three sisters. I'm the youngest of seven, and only my sister, my older sister, and myself were the only two to graduate. Graduate high school. So I felt like I was swimming upstream the entire time in school. Going to college, I was first generation college student. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't have an example. And I would say that the reason I'm where I'm at right now, studying for a PhD in teacher education, it's because I have to acknowledge I hung out with the right people at the right time. Not always, but people that encouraged me, people that seen things in me that I didn't always see in myself, people that really encouraged me to apply for programs and apply to graduate school, apply to go back for my undergrad. I quit 3 times trying to get my 4-year degree. At the end of the day, what I've learned is that used to be something I was self-conscious about, but what I've learned is that nobody cares. They just know that I have an undergraduate degree from the University of Kansas in history. Like no one really cares that it took almost 10 years. I'm sharing that because there's no right way or wrong way to do any of this. There's your way, and your way is the right way. Took me a long time to learn that. Partly because, the more you strive and try to do better, you're around impressive people and you see how other people do it and they make it look easy. But I'll just reassure you, we all have our struggles. We all have our talents and things that we're good at. I admire things from my graduate school colleagues, things that I'm not good at and things I can't do that they can do, but I can do things that they can't. They admire that about me. So I just reassure you, admire things about other people and this stuff, but you're going to be around impressive people. You're there because you're impressive. I never thought I'd be a teacher. I never really liked school. If I'm being really, really honest, I always thought that it's really ironic how it's all turning out, that I just keep getting pulled back into it. And how I make sense of it is it gives me access to the people I really want to help, which is students. And the world needs teachers, teacher educators that look at schooling differently. Like what's it like being a teacher of teachers from a person who didn't necessarily feel accepted and wanted and appreciated in school? I see things differently, and that is valuable. If you're having any doubts, don't. The world needs your perspective. And I just have to also shout out to all the people who've helped. In Michelle Jacobs' terms, I had a lot of academic aunties that literally pulled me into their office and physically pulled me into their office and made me fill out an application, or maybe checked in with me and encouraged, and every step of the way. So don't be prideful, and accept help, seek help. That's 5 minutes. That's more than 5 minutes. But I could go on and on. But just follow your instincts too. Follow your instincts. You're going to be fine.